Hello Bon Bakers and welcome back to my channel. You're with Nicole, and if you're new here, I share lots of delicious home style recipes as well as baking tips and tricks. Today have I got a recipe for you. We're going to be making Mars bar slice. This is one of my mom's recipes. It's absolutely delicious. Everyone always loves it and I know you're gonna love it too. So let's get to it. So if you've ever had Mars bar slice before, you'll know it's so delicious. You cannot go wrong with Mars, anything that has Mars bar in it. It's got chocolate, it's got that like creamy nougat with the caramel. It's just absolutely amazing. And then you add more chocolate to this recipe. You add some Rice Krispies or some rice bubbles, that's what they're called in Australia. And you've got an absolutely winning dessert. This is also a no-bake recipe, and it actually has only a few ingredients. You don't need very many at all. The texture comes out with that really beautiful crispy base with all of that sweetness coming through, and then you've got the chocolate layer on top. So let me show you what you are gonna need. We have some rice bubbles or Rice Krispies. We have some golden syrup. We have some Mars bar. Look how good that looks. We have some butter and then some cooking chocolate as well. As always, I will leave the ingredients in the description box below for you, and for the full recipe to download and print for free, head to lebonbaker.com. A couple of other things that you'll need, and you'll need a mixing bowl, a medium to large size one. I've got a wooden spoon, a spatula, I have a saucepan here, just a small to medium sized one is fine. And then I also have here a baking tin. So you can either use a loaf tin like I've done here, or a more rectangular one, that'll work as well. And I've just lined this with a bit of parchment paper. And if you don't know how to line your baking tin, I do have a video up on my channel about how to do that, so make sure you check it out. So this recipe is really easy and it'll actually come together in no time at all. So the first thing we're gonna do here is grab our rice bubbles and then pour them into your bowl. It's as easy as this. I have rice bubbles going everywhere. Done. Okay, the next step that we're gonna do is we're going to melt together our Mars bar, our golden syrup, and our butter at the stove. So let's go and do that now, and you're gonna leave behind your cooking chocolate. Oh no, I just realized that I must have cut my spatula here at some point. That sucks. All right, back to this. So turn on your stove to a medium temperature. I'm going to add the butter first because this is going to melt the easiest, and it's going to coat the base of the saucepan. Next up, I'm going to add in my golden syrup. So scoop that in. So sticky. And you can see the butter is already starting to form a base. Next, toss in your Mars bars. And now we've got to wait for this to melt down. So I'm going to switch over to my wooden spoon. So I'm just going to give it a little stir, and we'll just have to be a little bit patient waiting for this to all melt down. And we want to stir it and give it a little bit of encouragement to continue to melt down and not stick to the bottom of our saucepan. Smells like a beautiful chocolate syrup coming together. So come check this out. This has got a lot of heat in it now, and you'll see that the nougat has started to melt down, and now it's becoming a more consistent texture. So I've just taken it off the heat here, and I'm just going to continue stirring it for a little while So I have been stirring this for probably about 4 to 5 minutes. You don't really want to take your eyes off of it because you don't want it to boil or get too hot and burn. So just kind of keep your eyes on it and keep stirring this gorgeous, gorgeous chocolate Mars bar mix. Almost all of those little nougat bits are melted through. So I think that we can go and pour this over our rice bubbles. Oh, looks so good. Yes. Mars bar chocolate syrup. Okay, pour this over your rice bubbles and then mix it really well. So there's just a little bit of elbow grease involved with this one, mixing through the chocolate into these rice bubbles, but it's totally worth it. And you will 100% be tempted to have a little spoonful, but you gotta wait because we're not finished yet. All right, come check this out. I'll show you that this is all nice and evenly mixed through. Beautiful. Okay, all we gotta do now is start to pour this into our tin, and we're gonna evenly spread it as best we can and try and make it nice and even. So in we go. Now with the back of your spoon, just kind of push it all out through the tin so all of the mix here meets the edges, and then press down gently. Oh yeah, this is looking good already. So just pack it down nicely so it'll be easier to cut later. Yes, 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 yes. Mums always have the best recipes, and this is definitely one of those. All right, this looks great. So now we can melt down our cooking chocolate over there, and I always do mine in the microwave. You can do yours in the microwave in 30-second increments, just making sure that you check it. We don't want to burn this, so let's go and do that now. Wow, this has melted really quickly today. I was not expecting that. Sometimes chocolate takes a really long time to melt in the microwave, especially when you're doing it in 30-second increments. But this one melted down beautifully. So as you can see here, it's a really nice texture, and it's great to kind of paste on top of our Mars bar slice. So I'm gonna go ahead and drizzle this all over, and then I can use the little spatula to kind of even it out if I need to. I'm gonna try and get out all the last bit of this chocolate to go on top. And I like to just go up and down, trying to cover as much of it as I can. Just with your spatula, push this out to meet the sides so that all of the slice has a bit of that beautiful chocolate on top as well. Looks bloody beautiful if I say so myself. So now that's all that you need to do to prep this gorgeous Mars bar slice. Now it just needs to go into the fridge or freezer to set, and then we can cut it up and start eating it. So into the fridge we go. Alrighty, while our Mars bar slice is setting in the fridge or the freezer, I thought it's a great time to share with you all a nice inspirational quote. And the one that I found for you today is, "I'm not very good at making specific plans. Just meet me under the sky somewhere and be alive with me." And that is a beautiful quote by Victoria Erickson. And I absolutely love that quote. It's just a beautiful reminder to be spontaneous, live in the moment, and be free and alive. Sometimes it can feel like life can get a little bit on top of you, and a great way to just be in the moment is to not make as many plans and just try and enjoy freedom and more spontaneous activities. So no one make plans. That quote is found in this beautiful book as well, Daily Mantras to Ignite Your Purpose by Lisa Messenger. I absolutely love this book. It's a great little one that you can open up every single day and have a new beautiful quote to inspire you. But now let's get back to baking. All right, I have just brought my Mars bar slice out of the freezer and it's been in there for about half an hour. I wasn't really monitoring it or anything, but I just wanted it to set really quickly. So now I'm just going to grab a knife. I'm just going to run it down the sides of the slice that aren't covered with parchment paper, just to make it easier to pull out. And then we can start chopping it up and eating it. Oh, grab our little handles here, pull it up, nice. Just gonna move this out the way. Put this on here. Beautiful. Just gonna slide it off here so I can cut it. How good does that look? Literally a log of Mars bar slice. Okay, I've got a big knife to chop this and I'm gonna just cut myself off a little bit on the side here. So just slow and steady. Oh, there we go. It's nice and crispy, this one. And here is the best part. This is what we've all been waiting for. Uh-oh, what have I done? This is absolutely amazing. So tasty, so delicious. Sweet, crunchy. Just an amazing recipe, super easy too. Everyone's gonna love it. Just chop it up into nice bite-sized pieces and you have a really easy, beautiful dessert of Mars bar slice. Something that makes this really tasty is good quality chocolate as well, especially for what you use on the top. So I've used Cadbury chocolate. It's so tasty, so delicious, and pretty much an Australian favorite chocolate, so that's what I've gone with today, and it really does make this recipe. It is sweet and chocolatey, but it's not sickly sweet. The rice bubbles really do tone it down a little bit, and you have an amazing Moorish dessert. Thank you so much for joining me in the kitchen today. I hope that you love this recipe just as much as I do and get to enjoy it with your friends and family. And if you do like this video, please make sure you give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I have a new video coming out every single week, so hit that bell as well. Thanks again, and I'll see you again next week.